Hello and welcome to a free tutorial by Nicola from The Flock. Today we will be making this Love Wishes Garland. I am happy for you to make items from this tutorial for personal use or to sell. All I ask is, if you share what you have made, that you add a note to say that you made it from a free tutorial from The Flock and add a link to The Flock's Facebook group. Please also be aware that the tutorial and its content is protected by copyright and must not be copied or shared without prior permission. Thank you. Let's get started. To make your own Love Wishes garland, you will need your needle felting surface, your needle felting needles, you will need a shaping needle. I like to use a 38 gauge triangular needle for this, and a finishing needle. I like to use a 42 gauge needle for this. You will also need your finger protectors if you want to use them. I will not be using finger protectors in this tutorial so that you can clearly see what I am doing, but I advise that you wear yours. You will also need a star-shaped cookie cutter and a heart-shaped cookie cutter. You will also need some fibres. This project works best with finer fibres. I would recommend using either Corriedale or Merino, and you can choose any colour scheme you would like. And finally, you will need some strong thread and a long needle with a large enough eye in the end for your thread. First, you will need your star-shaped cookie cutter and your shaping needle. Choose one of your fibres to make your first star. Then, if you are using tops like me, you will want to pull off small bits of fibre and mess them up. If you are using carded fibre, you can skip this step. Once you have enough fibre, you are going to gradually layer it inside your cookie cutter. Stab this with your needle into the edges so it fills the shape of the cookie cutter. Be careful not to stab too deeply, as you do not want to stab it right into the foam. Keep layering and stabbing until the cookie cutter is full and the piece is medium firm, but not fully felted. Once your cookie cutter is full and feels medium firm, slide the cookie cutter off. Next, you need to carefully lift the shape off of your foam. Turn it over, then carefully push it back into the cookie cutter so you can felt the opposite side. Again, felt this until it is medium firm but not fully felted. Then slide the cookie cutter off. It is now time to refine the edges of the shape. Using your shaping needle, stab along the edges to felt them. As you stab, you are aiming for making the edges more rounded. You can also stab the surface of the shape to felt it further and help firm it up. Once you have firmed up the surface and rounded the edges, it is time to swap to your finishing needle. Continue to stab all over the shape until all the fine ends of fibre have been felted and the shape is firmly felted. Repeat this process for all other stars you wish to make. Then repeat the exact same process as you did with the stars to make the hearts that you wish to make. Once you have made all your stars and hearts, you will need to string them together to make them into a garland. You will need a pair of scissors, your long sewing needle, and your strong thread. Pull off a length of thread as long as you would like your garland to be, plus half of that length again to ensure you have enough. Then, at one end, fold the thread in by about 2 inches and tie a knot to form a loop. Cut off the short tail. Then thread your sewing needle on the other end. We are now going to attach each shape onto the thread and secure them in place so that they don't slide up and down the thread when it is hanging. Take your first shape and push the needle through the top across the width of the shape. Try and keep the needle level so its position is equal where it enters and exits the shape. Then slide the shape along the thread towards the loop. Decide how far away from the loop you would like the shape to be, then push the needle back through the shape slightly to the side of where you came out. Again, keeping it level and even. Pull the needle and the thread back through the shape. Then push the needle back through once more. Your shape will now be secure. Repeat this with all the other shapes, keeping the spacing even between them. Once all your shapes have been secured, measure the distance between the loop and your first shape. Then tie a loop in the thread at the same distance from the last shape you added. Trim off any excess thread. You should now have a finished Love and Wishes garland ready to hang up. To ensure you do not miss future informational videos or tutorials, please subscribe to my channel. You can also come and join the Flock's needle felting community on Facebook. There is a link to this in the description. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. As explained at the beginning, I am happy for you to make items from this tutorial for personal use or to sell. All I ask is, if you share what you have made, that you add a note to say that you made it from a free tutorial from the Flock, and add a link to the Flock's Facebook group. Please also be aware that the tutorial and its content is protected by copyright and must not be copied or shared without prior permission. Thank you.